Hey everyone, so we're here in California. Just about 20 hours ago, I decided to modify a trip we had where we were coming out here to do some specialized training on fan tester equipment and some power supply testing equipment. But with the Newegg story going the way it has, we realized very quickly after seeing the commentary online that the whole Newegg situation is a lot larger than just our case. And for that reason, we wanted to modify the trip. And we decided to take Newegg up on its earlier invitation to have a conversation. Before that, this video is brought to you by Be Quiet and the Silent Base 802 case. The Silent Base 802 got high accolades in our review for its high build quality and its versatility in both silence-focused and airflow-focused builds. The 802 comes with swappable mesh panels or noise-damped panels, so you have options for either approach. The Silent Base 802 case is able to fit larger builds as well without being overbearing. And it stands out for its mechanics quality and assembly quality. Learn more about Be Quiet's new case at the link in the description below. So when we first posted our RMA video, Newegg tried a little bit desperately to reach out to us several times. And we went back and forth with some emails, but ultimately it kind of died there because we got the motherboard back, we showed the RMA sticker on it, and we had a lot more context to it. So in the time since the second video, we realized that the Newegg story is important enough that just about 5 hours before our flight out to Northern California, it made sense to completely restructure the trip and change the booking for the return flight instead to go to Southern California and meet with Newegg. Now, the reason we want to make that trip at this point is because we do actually want to talk with Newegg and take them up on their earlier offer to talk about what's going on. There's a few reasons for this. One of them is that, in all honesty, I don't want Amazon to be the only retailer of computer hardware. Some of you have Micro Center, that's awesome, but not all of us do. And so it's just healthier for the industry if these companies can keep each other honest by existing in at least a duopoly. And we would like to encourage that by, if it's possible, helping Newegg to see what its problems are so it can get back to the actually awesome buying experience it used to be when I first started building computers when I was a kid, basically. And I think this is the same for many of you as well who've been doing it for a while. So we'd like to see Newegg return to that and get away from whatever this weird behavior is they're doing right now. Is about the cleanest way I can say it at the moment. So that's why we're flying out to visit them. We would like to talk with them and figure out, can we communicate with Newegg on behalf of its customers with whom it has clearly lost all connection and bridge the gap and help Newegg to make its service and its products better, or is it a lost cause? And that's up to Newegg to prove to us when we meet with them this week. So all of this said, we decided to send out some tweets, and we emailed Newegg directly just before those tweets went out. So prepping for this then, knowing that we wanted to come here in person, we did this once before. You may have seen our Principled Technologies interview where we showed up at PT's doorstep after the whole thing where they did some contracted testing for Intel compared to Ryzen and disabled half of AMD's cores in the process of doing that testing, therefore allowing Intel to claim massive, completely unrealistic victories. So we've done stuff like this in the past. This time, we decided to email our corporate escalations contact, with whom we've recently become acquainted from this incident at Newegg. We alerted her and the company to what we're planning to do here, which is show up at a location, at a date, at a time. Here's when we're going to be there. Up to you to meet us there, is basically how we pitched it. And Newegg, we would like to meet with one of these people. We gave them a list, and then they chose a person, a representative, who is actually not on that list, but that's fine, because we said anyone really you want to send out to talk to us, that's fine. Whoever you think is appropriate to talk with us about this issue, we'll meet with them on camera, we'll get it all, and we'll talk about it. I had a very I've been in this industry a long time. I had a very strong suspicion that Newegg would get our email saying, we're going to show up at your door and take your invitation to talk, and you can be there or not. You know, we're going to be out here anyway. We're just redirecting our entire trip to the other part of California. We expected quiet on set. I think they work for Newegg. It's a scouting mission. Anyway, I had a strong suspicion that Newegg would try to get ahead of this. Knowing, we decided not to ambush them. We gave them a lot of heads up. I'm not going to give the exact dates right now because we're out here, but after it's all done, I will. To get ahead of Newegg potentially trying to spoil it all by putting out a press release before we show up, we tweeted that we're going to show up, and then Newegg put out a press release. We said the following: we decided to book a flight to California to visit Newegg this week. We have informed Newegg that we will be arriving at their doorstep with cameras, and that this is the company's opportunity to have a discussion. We're just letting you all know in case they put PR spin out. We said Newegg was not part of this decision. We will be there whether or not they want to show up to the meeting, but we're flying across the country and we'll make it on time, so we hope they come out of their front doors. We will afford Newegg the opportunity to explain itself, but after seeing customer complaints and receiving insider emails this past week, we have decided it is best to take our questions to their doorstep. Thank you to our Patreon and GN Store supporters for making this type of journalism possible. And just to be clear again, this is following up on Newegg speaking with us previously privately and saying it wanted to have a conversation, so that's where it's going to happen. It's just we decided not to do it on the phone. This seemed like it made more sense for everybody. A quick change of scenes too. It's actually an update interrupt from the hotel room. We actually received a message from Corporate Escalations Manager Stephanie Farmer, who thus far has been extremely communicative and has given us a little bit of hope, cautiously optimistic, but it is hope that Newegg might actually be trying to improve things and not just hide from everyone and wait for all of this to blow over. So here's what the email says. It says, "Thank you so much for the update. I'm happy to hear that you are coming for a visit. We'll have Eric Wine, our Director of Public Relations, here to meet with you. He'll be reaching out with more details. Have a safe flight, and please let me know if you need anything at all in the meantime." So that's great news. We'll have some tough questions for Eric. It won't be an easy one for him, but as long as Newegg is just honest and transparent with the audience here, we are affording the opportunity for Newegg to use our platform to talk with people. So if they take that transparency and use it properly and actually try to improve, then there might be something productive here. We weren't sure if we were going to get a reply at all, but to Stephanie's credit, she replied, she confirmed the meeting, and this is all with us publicly announcing that we're going to be coming out here with cameras for this. So cautiously optimistic is the best we could say about it. You know, Newegg has a lot of potential here in two directions. Has a lot of potential to really sort of start fixing this and showing that it wants to be better, and it has a lot of potential to go the opposite direction, depending on what sort of statement we get. So that's where we are at this point. Stephanie has confirmed the meeting. They have posted the policy update on their Twitter account, and these are things that can be good. We want to really emphasize here, though, that Newegg hasn't fixed any of this yet, so it does still need to execute on these promises and execute on the meeting and start pushing things in the right direction. So we'll see where it goes. We don't want people to think this is resolved, because it's not. But it is a far better situation than we were in just a couple days ago, or actually a week or two ago, when we posted the second video. Anyway, we just want to do a quick insert for that, and I will jump back over to the original video. A little bit later, as we sort of preempted and expected and called, and Newegg said, quote, "Customer satisfaction and integrity are at the core of our business. Based on these priorities and customer communication, we have become aware that a very small number of returns may not have been thoroughly inspected before being routed for returns, liquidations, or e-waste recycling, and were accidentally resold as open box merchandise. We sincerely apologize to our customers who were negatively impacted." Newegg continued, "These were unintentional process errors and isolated incidents. As a result, we have already changed internal procedures to improve how we manage product returns. We are also reaching out to the small number of customers who may have been affected by these errors. We deeply appreciate the feedback and advice we receive from our customers, including being alerted about our errors, and we always pursue better ways to serve them. Every customer is important, and each customer's satisfaction is our utmost priority. We remain committed to providing the best customer experience and will continue to evaluate and improve our business to deliver on that commitment. Further, we have put in place new policies to ensure a hassle-free return experience on, quote, open box merchandise returns on motherboards and CPUs." So that's all we're going to say about this right now. We are not at this point commenting on Newegg's statement. We will save all of that for the discussion we're going to have with them on camera. Newegg has committed to showing up to the meeting. It confirmed with us that it'll show up at the date and time we specified and the location we specified. This is not a duel in the Wild West, but it sounds like that after phrasing it that way. So Newegg's going to meet up with us. We'll have an honest talk about it. This is a big opportunity for Newegg to reach at least our audience and try to reconnect and show sincerity. So it's up to them at this point to deliver on that, and we'll be there to facilitate it and sort of arbitrate either way. We're prepared for whichever direction Newegg goes at this point. So that's all the commentary now. Yeah, I just really want to emphasize here how important this was to us to follow up the story, because we have a lot of stuff we've been working on for years in the making, getting the fan tester in. I was in the middle of working on that. That sound testing chamber, we just started working with it and validating it. The whole team's excited to work on that equipment. And it's been years and years to be able to afford it, get it into our brand new location that we've built out, and we've sidelined all of that to come out here for an extra leg of the trip that is really was unexpected. So it's pretty draining. It will be quite the endeavor, but it was important to us to follow up on it properly and put a close to this story as the ones who started it. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to catch the interview and the meeting with Newegg. We'll be talking with them soon, so it'll be on the channel fairly quickly. And you can go to patreon.com/gamersnexus if you'd like to help fund us in these types of endeavors in the future, or just our dedicated testing and objective testing methodology. Or you can go to store.gamersnexus.net, where you can grab a shirt like this one, or one of our mod mats, our mouse mats, our toolkits, or other items. The coasters, by the way, are on back order and will be back in stock soon. So if you want one, grab it there. Thanks for watching. We'll see you all next time.